Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. My name is Lisa, and whether you're new or returning, I'm glad that you're here. Welcome to your daily reading, which is also just going to be a reading for the 222 portal for 2022. That is actually 222 to the second power, which adds up to a 12. The 12th house of Pisces. It could be very significant for Pisces and Gemini, because 12 breaks down to a 3 as well. So anyone with Pisces and Gemini in your chart, this is especially important for y'all. Please keep in mind that this is a general public reading, that some, none, or all of this situation may apply to yours, so please just take what resonates and leave the rest. Also keep in mind that time is fluid and not linear, which means that this could have happened in the past, this could be happening right now, or this could happen in the future. Or a combination of all three. I just heard. And also keep in mind that everyone has free will to change the outcome of any reading at any time, because we have the ability to make our own choices. And then realizing that our choices have either consequences or blessings attached to them. So let's go ahead and get started with this special reading. This is a reading of an imminent potential union. The first card out is the Ace of Swords. That's the truth. A truthful conversation is about to take place. A truthful situation is about to unfold. In this deck, the Ace of Swords is card 61. It breaks down to a 7. This is about relationships, period. Because that's what the 222 portal is all about. But I'm going to list it as the 222 portal because it is February 22nd, 2022. This is a portal of union, love, liking, and friendship. Clarifying the Ace of Swords is the Emperor, Aries Taurus energy. The Emperor is a father, a boss, someone who is in a position of authority, spiritual authority, and authority on the earth in some way, shape, or form. This is a leader, someone who takes charge of any and all situations, and they make tough decisions. This is someone who is around the age of 35 and older. The next card that came out is the Star in reverse. This person not only has Aries and Taurus in their chart, anywhere in it, but they also have Aquarius in their chart. This star is in the reverse. This Aquarian does not want to heal a connection that they're already in. They know that this connection isn't going anywhere. And they're walking away. 8 of Cups. Emotionally and moving out. And if they're not actually doing this, this is what the universe is calling you to do. This portal is yet another opportunity for the Emperor to free themselves and walk away towards their true love. To make a decision based on what their heart wants. To choose love over toxicity. This is a very healing, holy, divine connection ordained by God. And this one is a very toxic connection that is evil, a connection of bondage, where this divine masculine has been a prisoner in for far too long. The Lovers is Gemini. This reading is especially significant for anyone who have Pisces and Geminian placements. This is about the union of the twins. This portal. And clarifying the Lovers is the Two of Cups. A balanced, reciprocal, unconditional love between two people that is ordained by God and overseen by angels. A connection that has and always will be protected. In previous lifetimes, this lifetime, and other lifetimes. Because twin flame partnerships, that's a love that never dies, it only grows. Whether they're in union or not. Clarifying the Ace of Swords is the Five of Cups reversed. This is the releasing of sadness, depression, guilt, remorse, and shame. And the Five of Cups is about the fifth house of Leo, romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking. But this 5 is in the reverse. Someone has been in low vibrational energies for a very long time. And this Emperor has not taken a risk for romance, children, pets, creativity, or matters of their heart yet. Hopefully they do. In this deck, the Five of Cups is card 43, breaks down to another 7. Either the Emperor or the Empress, which we're about to get to, has Libra somewhere, anywhere in their chart. And maybe this person that the Emperor is leaving behind has Libra in their chart as well. I'm hearing for many of you that is yes. And also this 43 is in the reverse. The 7 is in the reverse. So this karmic energy here does have Libra in their chart. And they're very unfair, ungrounded, and unbalanced. And the universe is and has been dishing out karma to this karmic feminine. Much of that karma is financial karma. Because in this deck, the Five of Cups, it's about prosperity and destruction of the enemy and deliverance from bondage. So what I'm getting here is that The prosperity is gone in this karmic marriage. And this karmic feminine, who is the enemy, they're slowly being destroyed by the universe for their actions. It's in progress. And the Emperor is being delivered from bondage with this karmic feminine, which is in progress, meaning it's not complete. Clarifying the Five of Cups reversed is the Knight of Cups reversed. This karmic feminine is very unloving. But they keep coming with false apologies and false love offers and false truces because they're manipulative and they don't have any love within them. And I'm hearing that the Emperor is rejecting their love and their sexual advances with the Ace of Wands here in the reverse. There's no more passion or love left in this marriage, and there hasn't been for a long time, because this marriage, this karmic marriage, has been a burden for a very long time. Lots of heavy responsibilities, lots of stress, lots of fighting, lots of issues within the marriage with communication, with sex, with money, with the imbalance of power within this karmic marriage. And this Emperor they're tired of healing the connection with the karmic feminine. They've been doing it for a long time. And then we have the Two of Wands here. The Emperor is about to make a good choice for themselves, to follow their destiny and their heart. Or if they're not about to, the universe is still calling for that. Because when you make this decision, Two of Wands in the upright is all about making a good decision, making a passionate choice, taking a stand for what you want and what you believe in, which is what? A loving, balanced, reciprocal, unconditionally loving partnership, a divine connection given from God and the universe that is ordained by God and the angels and the universe. When you make this decision, you will then have the whole world in your hands. The world will be your oyster, Emperor. All the problems that you've been having within this karmic marriage, with this karmic feminine, it will dissipate when you make the choices that you need to make to follow your heart, your destiny, and doing what it is that you really want to do here. The next card out is the Knight of Wands. This is the Emperor taking action here, or you're being called to. The Knight of Wands is also communication. Decisive, passionate, fast action. In this deck, the Knight of Wands is card 24, breaks down to a 6. somebody within these three people, somebody has Virgo in their chart, in their natal planets. And then whoever else that doesn't, they have Virgo in one of their houses here. The house of Virgo is about your daily duties and what you're responsible for doing every day and what you actually do every day. It's about your reputation, and it rules your physical health. It's also about investigation, solitude. This Emperor is discovering the good in himself. Discovering that God lives within him and discovering the goodness within themselves. This Knight of Wands, when they take this passionate, decisive action here, they are divinely and universally protected. This Knight of Wands is being called to release this betrayed situation once and for all. Because it is over. It has been energetically over for some time. This Emperor has been betrayed multiple times. And they're either releasing it energetically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, legally, any or all of those things, or they're being called to. Next, we have the High Priestess in the reverse. This is either a secret that no one knows, that this Emperor is about to take action to do this, or this means that this Emperor is discontinuing, not following their intuition here. Because this is an ending. And this is someone who isn't or wasn't following their intuition. And if they're not doing that, they're absolutely being called to by the universe to do that. The High Priestess is Pisces energy. This Emperor has Pisces somewhere in their chart. Also clarifying the Knight of Wands is the Chariot. They have Cancer somewhere in their chart as well. The Chariot is about being victorious. Fast forward movement ahead. It's also about teamwork. Working together in love and mission with who? The Queen of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Someone who is very unconditionally loving. They're very intuitive. They could be a psychic as well. They're very nurturing and compassionate. This person's a healer. Very loving and forgiving energy. Very healing person here. The Queen of Cups, I'm sorry, the Emperor here is in love with someone who is very loving and compassionate. And clarifying the Queen of Cups is the Empress. This is the Empress, their divine counterpart. So just to recap, we have the Emperor, the Lovers, the Two of Cups, and the Empress here. A very spiritual, divine, loving connection. The Empress is very creative, abundant. They're a mother. The Emperor and the Empress are both very hardworking individuals. And they take care of their children. And they have this very deep, mutual, unconditional love that they both feel for each other. The Empress embodies all four queens. The Emperor embodies all four kings. And they have signs, and they each have signs from each element in their birth chart. From all four elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And they're very much in this energy here. Clarifying the Knight of Wands is the Three of Cups. This is dating and celebrations and happiness. Having fun. It's about the third house of Gemini. Siblings, short distance travel, friends, social media, platforms, and contracts. This is a divine contract that the Emperor either really passionately wants to start, or they need to start this divine contract with their Empress here. Quickly and passionately. In this deck, the Three of Cups is card 22. It's in the upright. The 22 is the master builder number. It's the number of manifestations, divine union, partnerships. It's February 22nd, 2022. Here's another 22. 22 also breaks down to a 4. It's about the fourth house of Cancer. Fourth house of Cancer is about unconditional love. Unconditional love. Safety, security, stability, dependability, and a peaceful home environment. That is what the Emperor and the Empress are all about. And they create it and they maintain it. And if they don't, they should. This is a very divine ordained union. And when these emperors and empresses come into union, they will be famous and world renowned. They will shop and they will travel and vacation all over the world and make great discoveries here. Clarifying Three of Cups is the Six of Cups reversed. Six of Cups in reverse is the lack of a reconciliation with someone who has unhealed childhood wounds, which is this karmic feminine, because if either the emperor or the empress had unhealed childhood wounds, they wouldn't be in the upright. They wouldn't be able to be successful with unhealed childhood wounds, because this karmic feminine is still repeating toxic patterns and cycles that their ancestors have committed and potentially are still committing to this day. It's like the sins of the parents fall onto the children here. And this karmic feminine they're the product of unhealed parents. This is a perpetual cycle that continues. The next card out is the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. The Emperor doesn't want to collaborate with this karmic feminine anymore. And some of them aren't going to. They're not going to collaborate. They're not going to reconcile. And those emperors that take action, they're moving forward and moving on. We have two cards, the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords, of leaving. Emotionally and mentally, physically. Of walking away from this karmic feminine. Where the tensions and the stress and the emotions have been very high. And this Emperor is being guided out by their spirit guides to go into calmer, peaceful waters, emotions. This Emperor is saving themselves and their children. From this very evil, toxic feminine here. And if they're not, they're still being called to do so. To completely end and sever the marriage and the relationship completely. Scorpio energy. The relationship is dead. Energetically, physically, emotionally. Financially. The only thing that's keeping this alive is this karmic feminine not wanting the change to happen, because there's still not wanting to risk losing their free ride in life. We had the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. You see that? Second house of Taurus in the reverse. The second house of Taurus is about self-value, self-worth, the money that you make, your possessions, and how you feel about your body. It's in the reverse. This is that karmic feminine here. They're out of balance. They're out of control. They're double-minded. Their emotions are out of control. Their thoughts are out of control. Their behaviors and actions are out of control because they're extremely manipulative. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and maybe even legally as well. This karmic feminine has Gemini in their chart. And they're very evil, dark, toxic, and negative, and selfish and greedy. Very narcissistic here. This is a black magic practitioner. In this deck, the Two of Pentacles is card 56. It breaks down to an 11. They may have Aquarius somewhere in their chart. But this house of Aquarius is in the reverse. This karmic feminine hasn't achieved or accomplished anything positive in their life because they haven't earned it. They haven't worked for it. They're very unhealed. They definitely don't have any faith in God. And they have no hope as long as they stay in this unrepentant energy. I just saw 3222 on my counter. So there's some more twos with the 3 in front of it. 3 is all about cooperation, collaboration. Which partnership is the Emperor going to collaborate with? The one that they've been in, that they're being called to leave, or the connection that they're being called to collaborate with that is divine, abundant, mutual, reciprocal, and unconditionally loving. This karmic feminine is destined to a life of poverty. They have no fortune. And they're not famous. Because they don't fulfill any requests. They do what they want. This is someone who acts on their pride and ego, and they're really stubborn. They're very materialistic. And they just don't have any work ethic. Next card out, we have the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. This karmic feminine is so greedy and so selfish. They're just not a giving person. All they are is a taker and a user and an abuser and an oppressor and an enslaver. They always have their hand out. They always want more. They're never satisfied. And then we have the 9 of Wands here. They're very angry. They're very annoyed. And they're very belligerent in staying 34 on the counter. Any of these angel numbers I call out, the link is in the description box below for the angel numbers index, as it always is. But anyhow, this karmic feminine is very belligerent. They're very determined. And even though they're tired and worn out, they're still hell-bent on being this greedy taker and being this major, major evil manipulator. Clarifying the Two of Pentacles reversed is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. This has been going on for a very long time with this Knight of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. In this deck, it's card number 6. It's the 6th house of Virgo. But this is a Knight of Pentacles is in the upright, though. Who is this? The Emperor. Aries, Aquarius. Aries, Aquarius. This Aquarian Emperor is taking a leap of faith for love. And if they aren't, they need to. They're still being called to go into a brand new beginning. Because they've been shown the light of understanding. They've acquired knowledge. And this person's a healer. This Emperor is a healer, just like their divine counterpart, the Empress. They're both healers. And the Fool is the King of Swords. This Aquarian divine masculine here, the King of Swords, they're truthful, they're authentic, they're a good communicator. This is someone who has made a decision or needs to be in this energy. Someone who is very authoritative. Someone who is very professional, very skilled, very intelligent, very rational, very fair and balanced. This is someone who makes very good and clear decisions. We have the Knight of Swords here. So we have two knights here, or three knights here, and they're all in the upright. Two of the fastest moving knights and one of the slowest moving knights. But the good thing about the Knight of Pentacles when it's in the upright, they might be the slowest moving knight in the deck, but when they finally get to their destination, they intend to stay there. Where is their destination? The Chariot is the card of moving forward. The destination is the Empress here. Very swift knight. The Knight of Swords is faster than the Knight of Wands here. They come in with honest, blunt, open communication. The Knight of Swords means business. And the fact here that we have the King and the Knight, this is someone who is very sure about what they're about to do. They know exactly what they're about to do. They're planning it. I'm hearing that they want to say the right thing, so they're getting the communication in order. Then we have the Eight of Wands here. 2 cards of fast forward moving communication. Communication is coming swiftly. Back and forth communication. It's not only honest communication, but it is passionate communication. And don't forget, we also have the Knight of Wands too, which is also fast, passionate communication. This communication that's coming is truthful, genuine, honest, sincere, and passionate. Who's the back and forth communication going to be with? A Queen of Swords in the upright. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And look at this. We have a divine match here. 2 people who are very intelligent, professional, they have boundaries, they stick to them, they're very fair, they're very balanced, they're good communicators. The Queen of Swords is also the Queen of Pentacles. This is this Empress here. Different aspects of this Empress. Queen of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is someone who is very professional and focused and dedicated on their work, their pentacles, but they're also very nurturing, very independent. They're a very nurturing mother. They take care of their home and family. They're very family oriented, but also they're a very shrewd businesswoman. Which is a match for the Emperor. A very positive vibrational match. The perfect blending of energies. Temperance. They very well could both have Sagittarius in their chart, but this is clarifying this this Empress, this with her Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles aspect. This feminine energy does have Sagittarius in their chart somewhere. This is a perfect blending of energies. Empress is very vibrational, very vibrational. And they work with angels. This divine feminine is very patient. They transmute their pain and low vibrational energies to love and through their work here. Using the pain of their past to help others to free themselves. 44 on the counter. Which is further proving and clarifying that this Empress, this divine feminine, works very closely with angels, and angels work very closely with this divine feminine. because they're very passionate, they're very focused on their mission. And this divine feminine is in hermit mode. They live alone. They spend a lot of time in solitude. They work alone. They're a spiritual teacher. 45 on the counter. They're like a guide. They show other people the path with patience and unconditional love. This divine feminine has Virgo in their chart. And the light of hope, faith, love, and healing. The love of Jesus lights their way. I'm hearing a song and I'm channeling it now. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. This divine feminine is very devout. They love God. They love people. They love being of service. To show and teach love. And patience. This is a very peaceful person. Who is able to transmute their fire and their water energy very well, intuitively, independently. Without a whole lot of assistance. This is someone who is very balanced and grounded. This is a very wise earth angel. And they are a teacher. And they're very independent. Financially. And with their work. And I channeled that song. Here's the path. You see this path here that goes to the sun? Look at this. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. When I am afraid and I think I've lost my way, I don't remember the rest. Something about you're still there right beside me. You should check out that song. A very traditional Christian hymn. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet. Which translates to God's word is a lamp for my feet and a light for my path. In case that ancient language trips you up like it used to do for me when I was younger. Like thee and thine and thou and what? I used to say stuff like that all the time. Anyhow, next we have the Nine of Swords here. Nine of Swords is someone who was very trapped in their head, someone who is full of anxiety, someone who's having nightmares. Someone who just can't rest here. Look at this. Look at that mother about to spank this one angel that's on the back of another. And the one that's on the back, you see that red over their eyes there? That's being blinded. That's like the Eight of Swords, being blinded and trapped by low vibrational energies here. This is divine correction. That's what the Nine of Swords is all about. An energetic form of divine correction. Which is what? Karma. This is a spiritual spanking, this Nine of Swords. And when anyone finds themselves in this Nine of Swords energy, then they know that they fucked up. And the universe is calling their asses out. And whenever anyone is in this Nine of Swords energy, they should really, I just saw 52 on the counter. They should really have the sense to try to figure out where they messed up and correct their mistake. Because this energy only gets more and more intense the more you ignore it. The more you don't do anything about it. It doesn't go away until you correct the problem. And when it does go away, that means you've corrected the problem. But a lot of people, they do this intuitively. And they don't realize that that's exactly what they're doing. They're responding to that energy and doing what they need to do to correct and fix an issue. And then this Nine of Swords energy goes away. It's about the 9th house of Sagittarius. Sagittarius. The 9th house of Sagittarius is about higher learning, religion, spirituality, long-distance travel, expansion, philosophy, and psychology. When you're in this Nine of Swords energy, that means that you're not in expansion. You're in restriction. This is Saturn working on that ass. So, this woman is Saturn. And whoever's in this Nine of Swords energy, they have that spiritual red over their eyes because they're energetically, they're physically blinded to what it is that they've done. The Nine of Swords is a card of purification. That's what it's supposed to do. Getting karma is just an opportunity to release it and purify yourself. So then you can have your protection from people who are impious. Impious just means that it's someone who doesn't respect God, goodness, or religion, or spirituality. Someone who doesn't have religious sentiments. When you love God, you have a reverence. You respect God. You respect yourself and you respect others. But those that don't, they fear God, or they out and out reject Him. Or some of them go so far as to even deny God's existence, but they still stay in this Nine of Swords energy. Anxiety, worry, stress, nightmares, overthinking, racing thoughts. But God really is a comforting God. If you're willing to release all of your burdens. Live right, do right, be right. The best that you can be. To grow and expand, to learn from your mistakes and rise above it. But sadly, speaking of sadness, here it is. But sadly, most people do not understand that when we feel very restricted and we feel so emotional and so low vibrational and so alone, and we have so much guilt and remorse and depression, that these are just symptoms trying to tell us, hey, you're not making good choices and you're separating yourself from the goodness and the grace and the mercy of God, who wants to comfort you, but can't comfort you until you start acting right. Till you start treating others better. Till you start treating yourself better, because you can't treat others better until you start respecting yourself first. Until you start loving and respecting yourself first. And taking care of yourself. When it starts with you. And then, whenever you love, value, and respect yourself and you take care of yourself, then you can take care of others and treat others with the same love and respect that you share yourself. And when others don't love and respect you, you cut them off for your self-love and your self-care and your self-protection. But this karmic feminine is in the Nine of Swords energy. They're very worried. They're overthinking. They're very stressed out. They're having nightmares. They're not sleeping well and when they are sleeping, they're having nightmares. They're very sad. They're very feeling guilt and remorse and regret. They're in poverty. They definitely have a lack mindset. They're lonely, and their physical health is deteriorating here. And look at this. We have a 55 here. Fives are the lowest vibrational cards of the deck. This is someone who is extremely miserable. They're feeling alienated, out in the cold, and alone. There's no goodness or positivity in this person's life because of the choices that they continue to make. And then clarifying, the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles is the world reversed. This is an unsuccessful completion of karmic cycles. This karmic feminine has either Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus anywhere in their natal planets or in their houses. And they're all in the reverse. They're all in low vibrational energies. All the fixed signs are very stubborn and low vibrational when they're in the reverse. This is not learning from this is someone who doesn't learn from their mistakes. This is the karmic feminine here. And clarifying this Nine of Swords, to even further clarify that it's the karmic feminine, is the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is someone who has Cancer in their chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising. A very low vibrational Cancer. Someone who is not nurturing, not loving, not nurturing, not loving, not compassionate. They don't care about anybody. They don't care about themselves. They have no self-respect. They don't respect others. They're neglectful. They're emotionally abusive. They're immature. They're toxic. And they don't take care of their children. They don't love their children. They abuse their children. They leave their children out in the cold. They leave them alone to go participate in toxic activities. This is someone with Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and possibly other placements in their chart as well. This is someone who has addictions, codependency issues. They're very oppressive, controlling, mean. They keep people chained to them, not out of love, but they abuse their power. This person is very evil, clingy, desperate. Queen of Cups in reverse is desperate and clingy. The Devil is dangerous. This is someone who continually does not repent for their actions. They will not change. And as long as they continue to act this way, there is no redemption for this karmic feminine. They are an enemy of God. And they hate religion. If they have anything to do with religion, they use it to hold over someone else's head for manipulation, control, and power. But they don't truly believe in it. They don't follow it. They don't practice it. They have no regard for it for themselves. This is someone who abuses their authority. And they have demonic attachments. They're led and guided by the devil. They're very impulsive. And there is no good in this karmic feminine. Remember I was talking about the Eight of Swords here? This red blindfold over that little cherub there. Here's the blindfold, the Eight of Swords energy. This karmic feminine is stuck, trapped and blocked by the universe, and possibly by this Emperor too, and possibly even by others, but especially by themselves, because they have the power to release themselves from this. But they just still stand there, tied to these swords here of pain and sorrow and misery. This is about being stuck in false belief systems, false mental patterns. This is repetitive toxic behavior, repetitive toxic thoughts, negative thoughts, negative words. The thing about the Eight of Swords here is that these bandages are very loose. This person put this blindfold on themselves. Spiritually. And they choose to not see the light or the truth. It's also covering their ears, so they choose not to hear the truth. And they're tied up in situations and relationships and behaviors and addictions that aren't serving them. They have invisible chains of bondage to the devil here. And they stand there and they do nothing about it. They just feed into this devil energy here. This karmic feminine is also showing up as the Queen of Wands reversed. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy in the reverse. Anywhere in their natal planets or in any of their houses. Or both. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, both in the reverse. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very angry, very hostile, very abusive, very impulsive, sexually promiscuous. And Archangel Michael was still screaming, a prostitute posing as a housewife. This is someone who actively engages in prostitution, despite the fact that they're married. And they're treating their marriage as and really this karmic feminine, the only thing that they're putting out is sex to get their stability. They don't show any love or nurturing or compassion. They're just very, very selfish, very hedonistic. They're really all about their addictions and their desires, period. They don't fulfill the marriage contract in any way. They're just a prostitute. They're exchanging sex for the stability. That is prostitution as well. And it's profaning. the institution of marriage, and it spits in the face of God, because this is not what marriage was designed for. This karmic feminine produced children just to keep this emperor stuck in this karmic marriage, to keep manipulating this emperor and blackmailing him into supporting this karmic feminine just because she gave birth to his children. 11111 on the counter, so 5 ones. New beginnings. She has been holding this emperor hostage for a very long time. Blackmailing him mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, socially maybe, to keep this emperor stuck in this karmic marriage, just to get this stability here. This karmic feminine is very out of balance. They don't have their shit together on any level. They're double-minded. They live a double life, as I just explained. This karmic feminine really needs to learn how to live their life ethically and morally. Learn how to support themselves. Learn how to love themselves and take care of themselves. Learn how to become a better person so they can become a loving wife in the future for someone else. Because this is not a vibrational match at all. This is not meant to be, not meant to last. It's a lesson for both of them. And the lesson is for both of them to learn to value themselves, to develop self-value and self-worth, to make healthy choices for themselves. So that they can treat others with love, kindness, compassion, and respect. It's the only reason why people are given karma. Because that's what we're here to learn. The value of love, kindness, compassion, and respect. And there is no way that you can have any of those things for anyone else until you develop it for yourself. Holy Spirit, what is the divine guidance to seal off this reading? The daily rune for February 22nd, 2022 for the 222-222 portal. Thank you so much. Thank you for these messages. They are very uplifting, inspiring and inspirational here. We have Ansuz in the reverse and Nathes in the upright. Time is running out to speak up, to communicate. Emperor to your Empress here. Ansuz in the reverse. It means there's no communication here. Communication needs to happen soon. Because this divine connection is only here for a limited time. As we see with Nathes. So no, Emperor, you cannot wait for the universe to completely destroy this karmic marriage. This is about taking action. Swift, fast action. Passionate and honest action with communication. To reveal your feelings and your intentions for your Empress, which you haven't done so yet. Ansuz in the reverse. You have not used your words. You have not opened your mouth. God in the universe is not allowing you to wait for this karmic marriage to completely be obliterated for you to go into divine union. You have to stand up and take action, especially if you have Aries in your North Node. That is part of your mission of being on this earth. To stand up, be the emperor, make the tough decisions, and do what you need to do to follow your destiny. Because the emperor is not passive. The emperor doesn't wait for marriages that are toxic and miserable and corrupted to fall apart so they can then be free to follow their hearts. That's not what the emperor does. That's what the emperor in reverse does. And if you have Aries in your North Node, especially those with Aries in your North Node, it doesn't even matter if you do or you don't, but especially if you do, this is a requirement that you be the one to leave, get the divorce, communicate with your Empress, your love and your intentions, and move it forward. It is a divine requirement. And if you don't do it, you failed this lifetime's assignment, period. And time is running out for you to fulfill your assignment in this lifetime. The rune is linked to words and language. The card represents Odin, the god of war, magic, knowledge, and poetry. He is speaking while two figures on either side are listening to his prophecy. You are hearing, Emperor, but you're not listening. Because you're not speaking. And you haven't taken the actions that you've been guided to take. Ensues, which literally means mouth, has to do with all that is conveyed orally. You're not using your words appropriately or for your highest good, for your destiny, for your future, for your life's mission and assignment. The word is a powerful weapon. It can seduce, deceive, or it can dispel the darkness of illusions. But as long as you're waiting for the universe to obliterate this marriage here, you've been seduced and deceived. And you've given your power away to someone else who has been assigned their sole contract, their very purpose and assignment on this earth is to keep you stuck, trapped, and blocked in this karmic marriage. And so far, the devil's winning. And you're failing so far. You still have a little bit of time left to do something about it, because Nathes is in the upright here. But time is running out. All facets of communication are considered on this card. Exchanging ideas, teaching, comprehension, lies, deceit, flattery, and secrets. As long as you're keeping secrets about how you feel about your divine feminine and the fantasies that you're having about your divine feminine but not taking action on, you're deceiving yourself, this karmic, everybody around you, and you're self-sabotaging yourself. You're self-sabotaging your destiny of true unconditional love and your destiny of abundance, fame, and fortune. You're keeping yourself small for obligations that you can still fulfill from a distance, but not to this karmic feminine. You can still provide for your children in another home. You can provide for your children on every level, on a much healthier, unconditional way. Your children will be happier and healthier for it in the long run. This karmic feminine is unfit to be a mother, to be an active mother, to have anything to do with their children. This is someone who has emotionally blackmailed you into saying, oh, if you leave, I'll kill myself. And you don't want to have that on your conscience. But really, the chances of this karmic feminine actually doing that are very slim. But if this karmic feminine actually did do something like that, it just goes to show you how evil they really are and how much they really don't value or care about themselves at all. Yeah, you might feel bad if they really actually carried it out. But you can heal from it. You can't heal as long as you're stuck in this. Ever. And not only can you not do that, But you're blocking yourself from your destiny and your blessings and your purpose on this earth and what you're supposed to be doing. Before you have incarnated on this planet, Emperor, you volunteered for this mission. Your soul did. You just most likely don't remember having done so, because that's just how the rules are. We come into these lives and we come into information and we choose to believe it and take action on it, or we choose to ignore it and stay stuck. But your soul and the Empress's soul, they both volunteered for this mission. For love, unconditional love, partnership, marriage, union, and working together on this mission. It's a package deal. Our souls volunteered for this before we incarnated as the person that we are today. And whenever someone has a divine mission and a divine purpose, whenever they're chosen, the devil also has people assigned. Karmic soulmates. That are very strong in their toxic ways, strong in their manipulations, and because they are consecrated to the devil, they are a devil minion, sent to do one thing: to keep the chosen off their divine path, to keep them distracted in toxic marriages and toxic jobs, in hopes that they don't fulfill their divine destiny. These lives is basically spiritual warfare being played out in a 3D life here. And so far, the devil's been winning for some of these emperors here. And maybe even some empresses as well. Time is running short. There is a lot to do. God has ordained each twin flame, each set of people, masculine and feminine, divine masculine and divine feminine, each set that are divinely bound through unconditional love. You are bound to this karmic feminine out of obligation and toxicity, trauma bonding. The very exact opposite of this connection. See, the difference is there's these chains here. It's hard. It hurts. It's lonely. It's tiring. It drains you. It wears on you. It's stressful. This is freedom, love, happiness. This is light. This is unconditional love. This is the way it was designed to be. And this is what you're actively choosing by not speaking up. It's keeping you distracted from your divine mission. Unconditional love and abundance. You're harming yourself. You're harming these children by staying bound to this. Don't let the devil win. The devil lies. They flatter you. They keep secrets. They manipulate you. They enslave you. They oppress you. They manipulate you. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and legally, if you allow them to. Do you want freedom? Do you want happiness? Do you want all your wishes and dreams to come true? Do you want to stop struggling? Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, legally. Do you want to stop struggling? The choice is yours, but time is limited. What does verbal communication mean for us? Do we always express our ideas, or are we timid and prefer hiding what we truly think? Also, can we keep a secret and know when to keep quiet when circumstances require? You're very adept at keeping secrets. It's time to start speaking the truth. Ace of Swords, the truth. It's time to start standing in the truth. To be authentic. To align your heart and your mind. So you can be the divine warrior that you were always destined to be. The Answers card helps us in those situations where there is an exchange and verbal communication. Verbal communication needs to happen. But you have to leave this karmic feminine first. You have to completely detach on all levels. Completely walk away. And take your children with you. Because this karmic feminine can't even take care of themselves, let alone the children. You're doing it on your own anyway. It'll be far less stressful to take care of your children elsewhere without this karmic feminine being worse than a child for you to have to take care of too. You'll be happier, you'll be freer, and you'll be far more successful and victorious. And we have not these. Following your destiny is a necessity. But you don't have much time left. Not these is tied to unalterable necessity. You know what unalterable means? It's so necessary that it cannot be changed. There is only one way. And whoever this reading is resonating for, this Emperor here, you went the wrong way, brother. You have a short period of time to get back on track here. To make good, healthy choices for yourself and stick to it. So you can have the whole world in your hands. Unconditional love, safety, security, stability, dependability, and a peaceful home environment, and ultimate abundance and partnership. You don't have any of that here. You're struggling and suffering to provide for a karmic feminine who is lazy and pretends to be helpless because she doesn't want to work. And her soul is bound to the devil because the devil has sent this evil soul on their unholy mission to keep these emperors out of their destiny. You have all the facts and all the information that you need at your disposal. And for a limited time, you have the power in your hands to make a difference, to make a change, and make it permanent. This card is about time and fate. You're on a fated path right now. Right? You chose this path. This path was not meant for you. This path was meant for you. This is destiny. Do you want to stay chained to fate? Chained to fate? Or do you want to get in your North Node and complete your soul's assignment on this earth and follow your heart, your destiny, to protect yourself and your children? Because I guarantee you, the divine feminine will love and accept the emperor's children and treat them as if they were their own. To love, nurture, and protect. Don't wait so long that your children are hardened so that they'll reject it. You're not allowed to wait too long because the universe won't allow you to. There's only a certain amount of time to accept this divine soul contract to save yourself and your children from this evil, toxic, karmic feminine. What you've essentially done is handed your soul over to the devil by keeping yourself trapped, stuck, blocked, and disempowered, by refusing to make a decision, to follow your heart, to communicate from your heart. The sand flows through the hourglass just as days and events flow through our lives. We cannot stop the flow of time. Time moves on without us. So we must submit ourselves to the rhythm of nature. We must submit to our destiny and stop resisting positive change. The card carries a strict teaching. We must accept our destiny. Discipline and sense of duty are our allies. As I said, as chosen individuals, twin flames, emperors and empresses, we've been chosen for duty, to serve humanity, to show and teach the love that you actually share and role model to the world. The emperors and the empresses are disciplined. Everything has its moment. The moment of Nathis is that of waiting and reflection. You've had a long time to reflect. You've waited a long time here. You're very clear. You know what you want to do. You daydream about it all the time. You manifest about it. You manifest it all the time. You fantasize about it all the time. But it cannot come into fruition until you take action. You definitely know how to wait and endure. You're being very patient, but you're in pain. Why are you in pain? Because you're keeping yourself stuck, chained to the devil, when your heart and your soul is longing and crying out for more, for better, for another, and you're ignoring it. That is why it's causing you pain and inner conflict and inner turmoil, because you're supposed to take action to correct it. Are we able to apply ourselves and concentrate in order to solve the problems in your life? That's what you need to do right now. Apply yourself and focus and take the steps that you're guided to take to solve this problem here and move forward in victory and success into a brand new life with this very loving mother and partner. who is very hardworking and dedicated to loving and serving others. The rune makes us disciplined and focused, and is excellent for studying and those for facing an exam. So this is your ultimate test, emperors and empresses, if this resonates with you too. This is your ultimate test. This is the final test. This is your north node that you're gambling with. Your life purpose, your life mission, your very reason for being on this planet. That your soul is contracted to do. Are you going to pass or are you going to fail? Are you going to pass or are you going to fail? Both of these cards are about choices. Are you going to choose to stay in the dark and stay handcuffed and chained to toxicities, to codependencies, to this evil person who manipulates the shit out of you? Or are you going to choose your destined path that is full of unconditional love and abundance? And unconditional love. Are you going to choose to walk away from this and completely dead the situation, the marriage, which is the divorce? And move into your destiny of true, unconditional love and abundance. The choice is yours, but time is short. Do you accept the terms of your divine contract? Or do you continue to keep the terms of your karmic contract and fail your mission, and quite possibly be separated from God and heaven in the afterlife for having done so? I'm not sure, but it might mean that. This is high stakes here. But we all have choices. What are you going to do? Thank y'all for supporting my channel in all the ways that you do. I truly and genuinely appreciate it. I'm very passionate, dedicated, and committed to my mission. It's very obvious. My messages are truthful and unwavering. My work is consistent. My words, my actions are consistent. These karmics are very inconsistent. My work speaks for itself. My dedication speaks for itself. And those with ears to hear and eyes to see that truly open themselves up to their divine missions, or even just to ascension in general, to feel better, to do better, to be free and unencumbered, to heal, to live their best lives. Whichever end of the spectrum you fall on. I pray that those, like I said, with eyes to see and ears to hear, receive my messages and be inspired to take all of the actions that they're guided to take in their life, to be free, to be happy, to be abundant, for unconditional love, safety, security, stability, dependability for themselves and for your children. Have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all soon.